Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 17th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. But let's see what we get for you this week. And money, I would say, definitely looks good there. And let's see what else. It looks mostly about work for a lot of you. A little bit of love, which is nice mixed in there. But you start off with the 10 of Diamonds. Card of prosperity and success. Definitely a good card, right? Great for making money, working with money. Great for working in groups as well. If you're doing any group projects, or if you own a business and you have a bunch of people who work for you, this is a great card. Also great for contracts. If you are like a real estate agent or anybody, a lawyer or anybody like that who deals with contracts, negotiations. Amazing card for finishing up deals, closing deals. Making more money on deals. The list really goes on and on there. It's also a card of learning like little secrets, learning little things that can boost your bottom line, so to speak. Especially if you have a business, this is a card of learning like little tactics for creating extra sales, basically, in your business, creating little bits of extra cash wherever you can. So it is a card of kind of increasing your bottom line in a lot of ways. For others of you, this is an amazing card for studying. So again, if you are in school or if you're just trying to learn something new, this is a really great card because it's a card that represents like wisdom, with beyond knowledge. It represents really being able to grasp the information, really being able to having your brain be able to kind of hold on to it. So that you can actually use it. And that's really, actually, when I think about it, that's kind of, when we break this card down, that's what it represents, is usable information. Understanding something, but on a deeper level. So very good card. Next, you have the 7 of Diamonds, making progress towards better finances for some of you as well. Others of you could just be making a commitment to a direction. Like, I feel like this card, and again, that's not even what this card represents, by the way, but just the message I'm getting off the card is that I feel like you are, committing to, especially in business or work, I feel like a lot of you are committing to, like, what you want to do, committing to the direction you want to go there. For others of you, you have 2 7s. These 7s both can represent messages coming to you, people talking to you and things, and this can also represent a raise. So you might be hearing about a raise or getting a raise or something with this card. Next, you have the 7 of Hearts. Again, another card of commitments. To me, I'm just getting these 7s for whatever reason are representing a commitment, you making a commitment, but also can represent messages. I think in regards to love, I think a lot of you could be receiving a lot of messages, text messages, emails, messages on dating sites, whatever. A lot of you could be hearing from a lot of people this week with this card, so that could be interesting. And, this is also a card of health. What else do we have in regards to health? You have the 9 of Hearts. These are positive health cards. They're both cards of making positive health changes that could, greatly increase your vitality. Next, you have the 6 of Clubs. Again, another card of conversations. A lot of you could be just communicating very heavily with people around you this week. And also just a great card of progress. I always say this is a card of progress and success, making progress towards your goals and making progress towards things that you want. This card does come with a warning. We have these 2 7s. This card can represent things like self-sacrifice, but it can also represent suffering and silence. It can represent you, suffering over something that you think somebody else is suffering in, but they're not. And, so again, no self-pity, no self-sacrifice, no self-suffering with this card. Because sometimes this card can represent burdens, carrying a burden, feeling like you need to carry a burden, but really you don't with this card. Next, you have the 8 of Diamonds. Again, a very good card for money. Like I said, you have definitely a very money-focused week for you. Card that represents entrepreneurship and making money, but it's also a card that represents needing to be careful of mistakes. And most of the mistakes that are made under this card are like beginner mistakes, as I say. So make sure not to make mistakes on like paperwork or anything like that. But other than that, it's an amazing card for managing money and an amazing card for saving money as well. Other than that, also in relationships, by the way, this card, even though it's a Diamonds card, it can represent, it can bring to light where there are issues in your relationship. If you are in a relationship, and it can kind of like magnify something that maybe annoys you about the other person, or maybe it's you realizing that you annoy them, or whatever. So pay attention to those things, because again, this card can kind of like magnify those things so that you can see them, so that you can fix them as well. And finally, we have the Nine of Hearts, card of a wish, getting something you wish for, getting something you want, and also a change in cycles. A lot of people have been getting nines lately. And, I mean, I guess really it's kind of that time of year, and, we're coming up on an eclipse next month, and so I guess there could be a lot of change for a lot of people, but it's mostly a card of victory and reaching some sort of goal that you have in all areas of your life. Very general card. It can represent pretty much everything. But it can also represent new relationships coming in, somebody catching your eye, and yeah, somebody that you could be interested in. I would say the one warning with this card is that it can represent, being interested in somebody, but that person just might not be, that might be reciprocal. They might also be interested in you, but they might just not want to commit at this time. So, and again, if you push it, then you're going to push them away. So just realize that if somebody says they don't want a commitment right now, they probably don't. You can either go with the flow or not. It's your choice. So, looks like a great week. Really great week. Again, I would say just be careful of little things. I feel like I said that to somebody else this week already. So, might be something in the astrology about, little annoying things or little things kind of catching you up. But overall, I think it's a nice week. So, thank you for watching and enjoy your week.